Alright, so I'm not really sure if I'm talking loud enough. Actually, let me adjust the mic. Um, but I decided to just kind of make a video of me just talking, really. I think just talking, because I want to be used to talking when it comes to not really talking to a person, and I guess talking to people as well. I've kind of struggled with that for a while. I think that's what happens when you just haven't talked to people for a while, you just sort of lose that ability. But a lot of abilities you also sort of kind of learn how to do it again quite quickly once you've done it before. So I hope it's not too much of a process because I do enjoy talking. It's just not always easy. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to make a video of me talking to get used to it and also just have some thoughts. I'm currently just farming in the new World of Warcraft expansion. That's pretty fun. I've finished the I've not finished the campaign, but I got to 70. I think it's lagging. It's a perfect time to record while it's lagging. Um, I kind of just, also thought it would be nice if I just do a video like this to actually have something to look back to. I haven't really recorded a lot of my life. People have a lot of videos or photos or messages that they kind of look back to after a while, and I've never really done that. I would like to say I have memories instead, but I think I've forgotten a lot of my life as well. I've forgotten a lot of what's happened. I don't mean that in like a sad way, but things happen and sometimes things just don't always go the way you think. Um yeah, I written down some notes and then you know, had a pretty nice evening, relaxed. It's what day is it? Saturday. Yes, it's Saturday. I thought it was. Start of the weekend. I've had nice food. I've been relaxing most of the day for once instead of deciding to stress about things. It's weird because it's just that balance of every time I stress about something, I don't get things done, but if I relax too much, then I don't think about doing it enough to actually do it. I find that most things in life are just you got to keep in balance. I don't really know why, but this I've kind of just today has kind of felt like this is a new start. I'm not really sure in what, but it's the beginning of December. It's going to be the end of the year soon, and ultimately, years don't have any physical effect on what happens to you in terms of like how you should act or your mental health, but weirdly, I think it's just nice sometimes to have an excuse to try something. I think sometimes that's what we need. Maybe something isn't always logical, but it feels right. A lot of starting a new year is also about, recognizing the year before you, because if you don't look at the year before you, you won't really change or move on. And I'd like to think that I haven't really wasted my year. I don't know if you can waste a year, but it can feel like it. And I don't really feel that this time. I feel like I've I don't know, for once I feel like I've done things which move me forward in a direction. And I think for me that's important. Feeling like I'm moving forward in my life. I felt very stuck for a long time. And I don't really feel like I'm in a place where I can even say I'm 100% okay, but I would rather feel okay but feeling like I'm moving forward than not feel okay and feel stuck. Um, I mean, you know, if you think back to the things maybe you've done, you kind of actually think about it, you can realize you've done more than you actually thought. You know, if you are listening, I would like you to think about and recognize what you've done. For me, you know, a big one is I've lost a good amount of weight. That was, a big one. It's it's tough. I think a lot of people are sort of realizing how tough it is with public knowledge of health becoming better, but yet physical health, I think, almost becoming worse. It's becoming more and more difficult for people to do that sort of thing, yet we're becoming more and more knowledgeable about it. Um, yeah, other than that, I mean, you know, there's things where I wouldn't really say that, I've figured this out or I've finished this or I've done this, but I've gotten, I've started to learn how to do things again. I'm learning to speak another language. I'm learning to play guitar, and I'm not great at those things. I'm probably not even. I'm not even good at this point. But it's it's that difficulty of starting. It's that difficulty of also motivating yourself every day to keep going. I think that's kind of what holds me and probably a lot of other people back. That it's the self doubt and it's a weird sort of stacking effect where I imagine if you live a life where maybe you've achieved more or you're a more confident person, there's less self doubt, and it's one of those things where because you self doubt yourself, you don't achieve as much as you could, and because you don't achieve as much as you could, you just self doubt more and more, and I think a lot of people probably get stuck in that cycle for the most of their lives. Um, you know, one of those it's not just, you know, skills in terms of, doing this or doing that, but it's also just, basic level things like talking to people. I know I talked about it when it comes to making videos, but just I want to go out more and interact with people more. I think just I think me making videos will at least just help me to learn to sort of get into that flow of conversation. Um, Obviously Christmas is coming up soon since it is December. I hope that it's a nice Christmas. I've had some kind of not bad Christmases, but just I don't think they'll ever feel as you do when you're a kid, but I don't think they should feel so. I think they've all felt like just another day. Um, I will be cutting a lot of this out because just honestly, there's periods of time in between even just doing this where I need to think. I think I just get so caught up in my head. Even just doing this is quite exhausting for me. Um, I w- yeah, I think I said before, but yeah, I want to make more videos to practice and also just have a bit of fun and have something to do. I'm not really sure what videos I'll make yet, but maybe that's also for the best. Maybe just doing whatever feels right and I will enjoy is probably the best thing. I think it's weird recording yourself and being able to just put it out there, even if nobody sees it, has become such a good privilege and tool and nice thing to have. But there is also a certain, like, it's been tainted in the sense that it's become such a, there's people who start YouTube by starting a business and that's how they introduce themselves to YouTube. And that's all it ever becomes to them. And, you know, I like watching. I think there's obviously a place, and a lot of people enjoy them. I enjoy them, but I also enjoy just seeing YouTube channels of just individual people that you would never see or even talk to in real life, and you just get to look into them and see who they are, even if it's them talking or playing a video game or anything really. When I say look back, even just not personally, but when it comes to seeing back on the year and what's happening in the world, it's been pretty crazy. And I guess if anyone wants to hear it, I'd like to say that it's okay to turn off from it for a while, because you just see, and you don't even realize until you kind of make that decision to stop, that sometimes it kind of consumes your thoughts. Seeing everything that might be happening on the news, or seeing what pops up on your phone, or what's this YouTuber talking about in terms of drama in this community, and it's just, you kind of end up getting stressed or angry or sad about things which don't even affect you. And that's not to say that something has to affect you for you to be sad about it, but at some point, you also have to learn how to. I don't know if it's necessarily being stoic, but it's about kind of relaxing about things you just can't control, and understanding that not everything's worth stressing about, even if it's, not a nice thing. Most things in the world, whether people realize it or not naturally, but usually through people, kind of have a way of working themselves out. I think I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but I guess just what I want to say is just, I think people generally speaking, are good people, and it's not worth stressing about. Somebody may be giving an opinion which angers you, but they're giving this opinion from a place of being at the worst point in their lives, that they would never give that opinion beforehand or after ever again. And you're getting angry at the snapshot of a person. I don't know if that is even worth thinking about for you. I hope you think about it. If not, then obviously just ignore me. I think I'm feeling pretty good about this year, and I hope you guys are as well. Whoever listens, if there is, does it really matter? But you know, I think as I get more used to it, I might live stream, just because that's a bit more interactive, just for the sake of, you know, getting better at talking. I think actually doing it live is a bit more pressure and might help. If you are, if you did watch this, then I would like for you to, put something below that either you've started working on this year or you want to start working on, because I think it's interesting just to see how many different interests in this world there are and what somebody can enjoy that maybe I've never even thought of even trying. I think there's just so much in this world that you could spend a lifetime on one thing and not even fully understand it, but yet there's a million other things that you could have chosen from it. And only till you realise how much is out there, you understand why people feel like life is too short. Um, but I don't really want to end on like a serious existential note. But yeah, I'm enjoying the new World of Warcraft expansion. As you can probably tell, I'm still trying to get used to the dragon system, but I've been working on the herbalism and alchemy skill, and I might actually try to start raiding this time in this expansion. But who knows? I hope everyone's doing all right, and hey, if you listen to this, then I appreciate it. If you didn't, then well, I can't say anything to you anyway. So yeah, all right. I think that's all I got to say, really. So yeah, I'll see you later.